Hi, this is Jimmy Thompson, designated broker and owner of Road to Home Realty, and this is This Week in Real Estate. One of the things that we get offers for a lot of times on our listings is for seller financing. And sometimes sellers wonder, is just like, why would I ever accept something like that? Well, a lot of times seller financing doesn't really work for a property unless it's paid off. In other words, there's a very, very low mortgage. It's hard to have a mortgage and then that's called a wrap. That's something totally different. But seller financing, what can be attractive about that? One, you get the home sold. Two, a lot of times you'll get a little bit higher price. And three, the seller can stay in control of the property. So in other words, let's say somebody had a $500,000 house, that seller financing, they would still probably put down 20%, maybe 10%, and that's the whole thing. It's negotiable because there's no banks involved. So it's not for everybody, but seller financing is something that we see a lot, not only in the investment space a lot, but we see it at restaurants and all types of things when they're sold, and it allows the seller to still make some money, and then eventually at some point that buyer will probably refinance or pay off that loan, and a lot of times it's shorter than the 30 years that you would see on your typical mortgage. So if you're ever wondering about seller financing, maybe you're a buyer that needs seller financing, or you're a seller, it's just like, you know what, I would, that might work for me. That might be a good situation for what we're looking for. We can certainly help you negotiate those waters. Give me a call, 602-541-5885.